Good afternoon, dear viewers. Today, I invite you to go on a fascinating journey through the amazing world of wildlife, full of incredible discoveries and exciting mysteries. What animal can renew its cells indefinitely? How can hummingbirds soar through the air with such grace? And what connects narwhals to the legendary sea unicorns? The answers to these and many other questions await us in this fascinating video: 10 shocking facts about wild animals you won't believe. Let's learn together about the phenomena that surprise even experienced explorers of nature. The amazing world of jellyfish is opening up before you, and the first fact we'll discuss is truly astonishing. Do you think jellyfish are capable of immortality? It is indicative that some species of jellyfish can endlessly renew their cells, which allows them in principle not to die of old age. The secret of jellyfish immortality lies in their ability to undergo a process called transdifferentiation. This means that jellyfish can turn back into completely unspecialized cells at any point in their lives to then be reborn as adults. In this way, they avoid the natural aging process, their cells constantly getting younger. This phenomenon in the animal world represents a true miracle of nature and allows jellyfish to lead their own special way of life in which age is irrelevant. Let's move on to the second fact that will introduce us to some of the most amazing creatures in the world: flying hummingbirds. These little birds have unique anatomical features that allow them to maneuver through the air with incredible ease. How about this figure? Up to 80 times per second, hummingbirds can flap their wings. It is this instantaneous and powerful wing work that gives them impressive speed and maneuverability in flight. In addition, hummingbirds' hearts beat at up to 1,200 beats per minute, which allows them to maintain the intense metabolism necessary to keep them highly active. They are also capable of flying directly forward, backward, sideways, and even hovering in the air, like nature's true helicopters. Such unique anatomy and amazing abilities make hummingbirds true masters in the art of flight and give us a magnificent sight watching their beautiful and elegant movements in the air. Now let's move to the depths of the sea to tell you about the real sea unicorns, narwhals. Narwhals are amazing sea creatures that have been the source of myths and legends about sea unicorns. However, narwhals are real live creatures that live in the cold waters of the Arctic. One of the most amazing features of narwhals is their tooth structure. Males have a single tooth that stands outward and can reach a length of several meters. This narwhal horn looks outwardly similar to a unicorn's horn, but actually serves a variety of purposes such as defense, mating, and environmental detection. Legends of sea unicorns were inspired by this particular unusual anatomical feature of narwhals. These creatures have long attracted the attention of explorers and scientists, and they are still a subject of study to this day. So sea unicorns turned out to be far from being fairy tale creatures, but a real mystery of nature, leaving room for magic and reality in our imagination. Let's take a peek into the world of strange and mysterious survival strategies and tell us about parasitic anteater cocoons. These amazing creatures have a unique strategy that allows them to successfully parasitize ants. Anteaters are small insects that at first glance may appear to be ordinary ants. However, their strategy is quite unusual. They lay their eggs inside ant hills. Once the anteater larvae hatch, they begin to control the ants. They first suck the food out of the ants' eggs, and then are transferred to the anthills, where the larvae feed on the food and use the ants as servants. The ants care for the anteater larvae without even realizing that they are parasites. This strategy allows anteaters to survive and reproduce, using ants as a living source of food and defense. This fascinating example of adaptation and symbiosis in the animal kingdom hints that nature is full of amazing and multifaceted survival strategies that never cease to amaze us. Let's dive into the sweltering forest and learn more about the fascinating inhabitants of this environment, gorillas. These majestic creatures inspire respect and admiration. Their social structure and ways of communicating are of particular interest. Gorillas are apes that live in groups called harems, which include one male and several females with their offspring. The primary characteristic of gorillas is their ability to communicate with each other. They use a wide range of gestures, facial expressions, and sounds to communicate information and establish their relationships. Gorillas show great concern for their community. They know how to express emotions, take care of babies, and teach them various skills. According to researchers, gorillas can even use playful gestures to maintain their relationships and resolve conflicts. This intraspecific language and modes of communication make gorillas some of nature's most amazing and endearing creatures, emphasizing the complexity and richness of life in the wild. Let's travel to the underwater world and learn more about the mysterious inhabitants of the deep sea, octopuses. These sea creatures have amazing abilities and anatomy that make them true slippery pranksters of the ocean. Octopuses are amazing in their anatomy. They have 8 flexible tentacles that have suction cups at the ends. These tentacles allow them to nimbly move and catch prey. But the most amazing thing about octopuses is their ability to change the color and texture of their skin. They use special cells called chromatophores to create a variety of colors and patterns on their bodies. This helps them hide from predators as well as deceive prey and competitors. Such unique anatomical characteristics and abilities make octopuses incredibly interesting creatures, exposing us to new aspects of nature and its incredible diversity. Let's move to the African savanna and talk about cheetahs, the fastest terrestrial predators. Cheetahs are the true epitome of speed and elegance in the animal kingdom. But surprisingly, for all their speed, they are also one of the slowest predators. Cheetahs have slender builds, long legs, and powerful muscles that make them unrivaled runners. They can reach incredible speeds of up to 100 kilometers per hour over short distances. Their hunting strategy is a spur-of-the-moment dash towards their prey, which is done with unexpected speed. However, despite their speed, cheetahs are slow in other aspects. They do not have as much stamina as other predators and often need to rest after a short chase. Their slowness is evident in moments of rest and in their general lifestyle. They avoid confrontations with other predators and prefer edible parts of prey so as not to engage in the lengthy process of eating. Thus, cheetahs, despite their incredible speed, are interesting and unique predators that have adapted to their life in the African savanna. Let's dive into the wonderful world of nature and talk about white bees, which play an incredibly important role in collecting pollen and pollinating plants. White bees are a special species of bees that stand out with their bright white coloring. They are stereotypical pollinators as their appearance differs significantly from traditional pollinator bees. However, their role in pollen collection and plant pollination is just as important. White bees play a key role in biodiversity and plant yields. They actively visit flowers, collecting pollen and transferring it from one flower to another. This pollination process allows plants to produce seeds and fruits, which in turn affects ecosystem diversity and food security. Let's dive into the wonderful world of aquatic grasshoppers and talk about their unique metamorphosis, which is amazing in its complexity and beauty. Aquatic grasshoppers are insects that undergo an amazing transformation from egg to adult. Their metamorphosis involves several stages, each of which is remarkable in its amazing transformation. At the beginning of their journey, aquatic grasshoppers hatch from eggs as larvae. These little creatures live underwater and actively develop as they go through several larval stages. Then comes the time for a mesmerizing transformation. The larvae turn into adults. Before this, however, a slight change of clothes takes place. The aquatic grasshoppers emerge from the water and their larval skin inflates to form a protective cocoon. From this cocoon emerges the adult, a beautiful insect with transparent wings. Let's dive into the world of flying foxes and learn how these amazing creatures gain the ability to fly and what anatomical adaptations allow them to maneuver in the air. Flying foxes, or fruit bats, are impressive not only for their appearance, but also for their ability to actively fly. Their unique anatomical features play a key role in this process. For starters, the wings of flying foxes are thin skins stretched over the fingers and forelimb. An important element of the anatomy is the long stick that extends from the fingers to the hind limbs and supports the wing during flight. The skin between the finger bones, called the patagium, allows for the flat surface of the wing and the generation of lift force. The mechanism of flight in flying foxes is based on the movement of air over the surface of the wings. They are able to change the shape and angle of their wings, which allows them to maneuver, take off, and descend. When a flying fox takes to the air, it flaps its wings in a large range of motion, creating lift force. When cruising, they use smooth movements to stay in the air for long distances. With these fascinating facts about wildlife, we have only touched the surface of its amazing diversity. From immortal jellyfish to flying hummingbirds, narwhals to gorillas, the world of living things is full of incredible adaptations and unique abilities. Each of these facts is just a small part of the amazing stories nature tells us. They remind us of the amazing and complex combination of natural factors that shape many species and their characteristics. Thank you for taking us on this fascinating journey through the world of wildlife. We hope that our story gave you new knowledge and fascinating discoveries. Subscribe to our channel, put a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Enjoy watching, dear viewers, and we promise you that we will continue to delight you with interesting and exciting content about wildlife.